And here it is, folks. How are you doing out there? Episode 7 of Revenge of the Sis. We have made it a whopping 7 episodes in. Everybody, give yourselves a round of applause. 7 episodes. This is a milestone. We are just a few miles north of the eye of Hurricane Irma.
That is correct.
And, we were going to do the show a little later this evening, and then we went, well, let's be on the safe side. Let's give them 2 hours.
Yeah, because, you know, this area out here we're at in Florida, the power could go out with a mild breeze.
Yes.
So we're doing our best to make sure that we get this show out. Listen, look how hardworking we are.
Yeah, we are working very hard. I'm sorry for the lack of a professionally produced intro. We're still working on that as well. For our fucking voiceover guy. You know, even though our voiceover guy lives in Tampa and he's in the eye of the storm right now, get off your ass, dude. Come on, pick it up.
Get to work.
There's no excuse not to work. You know how much stuff that we got done in the last 2 days for this show? Come on, man. No excuses out there. Anyway, hi, Mersh with you, along with Royce Lopez.
Hi.
As always. And our special guest, we'll just call her Miss Producer.
Miss Producer is...
like Levin does.
Yes.
Because we're a little, you know.
Yeah. So... we have someone actually handling our Skype and some other stuff, so it makes life a little bit easier for me, so I could focus on the show.
In-studio producer,
yes.
Like a real show. So we're gonna do a show here for 2 hours. It is gonna get progressively worse outside.
Yes, but the show is gonna get progressively better as we go along.
Yeah, I meant the storm, not the show.
Yes,
sorry, I should have phrasing. Is something I should work on. The show is going to get better and better, but our situation may decline rapidly throughout the evening. So tune in live. This is going to be fun tonight.
Yeah, it really, really is. So I guess we'll start off by what's going on locally. Yeah, we have the hurricane that, like Mersha said, is about. Well, looking out the window right now, as a matter of fact.
Do we have a hurricane coming?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's news to me.
Looking out the window right now, we're seeing some wind.
Yeah, but we're seeing, here's the thing. I wanted to do videos earlier.
Yes.
Like, we got some funny ideas that we wanted to do for videos. I see a lot of people doing videos right now. It's a light rainstorm. It looks like this every day in Tampa and Orlando.
Yep.
So I don't know why anybody's Facebook living this yet. They're like, whoa, look at this. The trees are kind of moving. It's like, not any more or less than in the movie that's happening.
So July in fucking
basically
Florida,
every day in Tampa. So
yeah.
Stop being a bunch of panicky Pete's. Stop jumping the gun. If you want to get some good footage, wait till the eye of the storm.
Correct.
Then go outside
safely
and get video.
Right.
Safely.
I don't. You shouldn't probably encourage people to go out into the storm.
Why not? Jim Cantori does it.
No.
And he's a real man. He's an alpha.
Why do weathermen think that like they weigh more and they're not going to get blown away? I'll never understand that.
Well, because Jim Cantori actually does a lot of strength training.
Oh, core. He has a strong core.
And muscle's heavier than fat. Everybody knows that.
Fair call.
So he's he's swole.
Yeah,
I don't realize under that windbreaker. But Jim, and also he's packing a big one in his pants. Then that adds a few pounds too. Jim Cantori's a catch, ladies.
So the storm has been hitting it, and a lot of people in South Florida have evacuated. The weather people, we try to tune into weather like sparingly every few hours, because if you watch it the entire day, you will lose your mind.
Yeah, that, and it's also the internet age, so weathermen are kind of useless now.
Oh,
I'll just refresh Google. Thanks.
I was watching the Weather Channel on YouTube was streaming, and they forgot to turn their live chat off, so every comment was fake news, fake news. This is fake news. The hurricane's fake news.
I'm sure there were a couple of windmills of friendship in there.
Yes, many. A lot
of calling, people of certain sexual orientation, certain words. Yeah, I know all those. Every single chat room everywhere. It's always inundated with just trolls yelling. Nobody's helping.
Well, because of that, your favorite person in the world, and Marie, you can start getting him on if you want.
Alex Jones?
If you want, not Alex Jones.
My ironically favorite person in the world, somebody I don't like,
Elon Musk.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy so much.
So we'll get
we finally caught this cocksucker. We're gonna expose him, and I've been saying it for quite some time.
Perfect.
That Elon Musk is a liar and a charlatan and a snake oil salesman.
Well, joining us on the show to discuss the topic is of Hippo Juice fame, the tech expert and tech junkie, pretty much, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. Hey, thanks for calling in. You're not going to hit the storm till later. I know you're up in Atlanta, so you'll be fine for a bit.
Yeah, yeah. We're not supposed to get it till like I think Monday.
All right, so you'll
And
be
also,
good.
Kyle, thank you for always being ready to do a radio show and
Yes.
actually sounding good.
Yes,
and
that's
not
the other
having
thing.
16 issues in throughout the show live.
Yeah, because every
Yeah,
time we
of
try to
course.
get guests come on, they're like, "Hold on," and then you hear them echoing in the background and hooking things up.
Kyle's
Like, oh,
always
God
like,
damn
"Yep,
it."
I'm here, patching in. What's
ready
up,
to go.
guys?" Like it's always crystal clear. Like, all right, we're ready to go. So, Kyle,
Oh well, let me
Yeah,
explain.
yeah.
Let me explain
Okay,
really
let
quick
me-
what's going on. Elon Musk, for any Tesla owners in Florida, he
all 7 of you.
he unlocked. What's the term, Kyle? You help me out. He upgraded.
Yeah, so so essentially what happened is they pushed a software update that extended the range of the Tesla models, the 60D, I believe.
Okay.
They gave it a 20% extra range. And I figure a lot of people are probably the people who are mad because they discovered or they didn't realize previously that the 60, the Model 60 or whatever, had actually a 75 kilowatt hour battery in it, and it was software locked down to 60.
So
And the
okay,
reason-
so understand for in layman terms, it
Yeah.
had the potential to work at the 75's capacity because
Yes.
all of them had the same battery. However, because it was a different model from what I read in the article, it was cheap, more cost effective for them just to make one battery and
Yeah.
software lock it. And
Yeah,
now,
no.
okay, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Now that it's not an uncommon process in electronics manufacturers. Process like Intel, they do it. Nvidia does it with their graphics cards. It's called binning, and essentially what they do is they take. It's cheaper to manufacture all the same model, and then to software lock out certain hardware features, and then sell that at a little bit of a loss to a different consumer bracket. So essentially, those consumers would have never actually been able to buy that product in the first time. So instead, they software lock a few of the hardware features with the potential that maybe this person might actually, once they're using the product, they might, pay to upgrade later. That's essentially what's happening.
But don't you think that it is a tad bit in poor taste to roll out a trial run of new
It's not-
software that'll no
No, it's
because
not a trial run.
they're unlocking a battery's full potential. When I pay, all right, let's say I pay 60 grand for a fucking battery car, okay? I should get
Battery car.
the full battery that comes with it.
Yeah.
It's already in there, it's already installed.
get-
So they're already opening up the door to basically doing what all these scumbaggy game companies do, which is now with a software update for a little bit extra, we'll give you the full potential of something you already
So-
paid for. It's like they're like the electronic arts of fucking car manufacturers now. It's
No, I
basically discovered DLC for cars.
No, it's something that all hardware manufacturers do. Like Intel does it, AMD does it, Nvidia does it. Okay, so essentially, think of it like this, right?
Yeah, but
so
but here's the difference. If Intel puts a chip in my computer that's probably more powerful than it was, and they put a limit on it because I paid less for a cheaper model, fine. They don't wait for me to load up Skyrim on my laptop and have it go, well, now for $20 more you can upgrade to a new GPU. They don't do that. There's a slimy element to this that I don't like.
I mean, essentially, what Intel and all the others do is they sell different models of the exact same CPU, right? One model is unlocked, and the other model is locked. So the model that's unlocked, you can modify, you can tamper with, and overclock it and stuff like that. With graphics card manufacturers like Nvidia, they'll sell the exact same graphics card, and then they'll sell like the TI version. The TI version is essentially it hasn't had some of those like processors locked down. What Tesla is doing here is okay. So say the Model S, you can get one for $75,000, right?
Okay.
It's the 75 kilowatt hour battery model, $75,000. That's what the price is. Someone has $60,000 and they can't buy that. Now Tesla is like, okay, it costs us this much to make. Let's make a lower model. But use the same battery. So there's other features that the Model 60 doesn't have that the 75 does as well. They pop the same battery in there as the 75, because it's cheaper to do it that way than simply get a whole new manufacturing line to do. It's the same reason why NVIDIA makes the same card instead of manufacturing a new actual cheaper card with less processors. They just simply lock them out.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be the equivalent of if like? And by the way, I want to say, in all fairness, my dad just has a Model S, and I was in it. And it's really nice. It's really beautiful. It's the fastest car I've ever driven.
Here's one thing I will say too is that Tesla didn't do a press release about this. They didn't they aren't doing this for like free press or anything like that. Like they simply rolled it out in a software update, and people discovered it because like someone posted on Reddit and they were like, "Hey, I actually have more range today. What's going on?" And then people started investigating, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, it turns out that people who had the Model 60 who are in evacuation zones actually got that software unlock for the extra battery."
How is that any different than a trial run of software? It's the same thing.
It's completely different.
But
they aren't doing it. They aren't like doing it as a promotion, saying, "Hey, try this out." They're doing it because they're trying to allow people to get as much of the range of that battery as they can.
Well, let me ask you a question.
That's going to be I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is. And by the way, I'm come on the fence here. So here's what I'm saying. Remember when a long time ago, when the law was like if you bought a certain device like a DVD player or an Xbox or whatever, they would say, oh, if you modify the Xbox, you're breaking the law. And then they go, no, it's your Xbox. You should be able to do whatever you want. You might not be able to go online legally.
Yeah, it might void your warranty, which is fine.
But it's your product. You should be able to do what you want with it. So my point is this. I understand what they're saying. I understand what you're saying, that they lock it and this and that. But, however, in the article, I also read that it's temporary, number one.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to put it back,
it lasts
number
until
two,
September 16th.
And number two, you could pay $5,000 to make it permanent.
Yeah, for your little car DLC.
To me, my point is paying $5,000 for a piece of software is kind of bad.
It's not just you guys are looking at it the wrong way. It's not like they're selling all the cars at $60,000 and then you can pay to upgrade it. No, they're actually selling those lesser models at a loss. They're not like manufacturing specifically for that model. They're using the same batteries from the other one simply because it's cheaper to do that, and they're selling them at a lesser price, trying to get the consumers at a lower bracket with the hopes that they might actually upgrade so that way they can make up some of that profit. Because if they kept selling them at, say, $75,000, they wouldn't have sold to those lower price customers anyways. It's the same reason NVIDIA sells those cheaper cards, is because they wouldn't have sold those more expensive cars to those people anyways. So they're trying to offer a lesser model, and it's cheaper on manufacturing lines to just simply push out the same ones. And NVIDIA, a lot of times, they actually end up unlocking some of those later with software updates. That's exactly what they do. They push a new driver that will allow you to access those processors that they lock down.
Is there not a certain...
By the way, real quick, if anybody wants to call in, the number is 954-573-2780. Go ahead.
Look, it's like the old business adage. You don't sell the razor, you sell the blades. Do you not see this as being like essentially DLC for a car? Like, hey, get the cool extra added, upgrades.
No, I don't.
Activate your fucking battery that already works.
Because it's not the same thing. I mean, because if they just simply sold the car, like it would remain the same price. Like you simply wouldn't have that model. That model exists because they purposely limited some of the things to make a cheaper model. But that's the whole reason that car exists.
But what cheaper model? What's the cheapest Tesla on the market?
The
cheapest Tesla currently is the Model 3.
And that's
for the Model S.
What's that, 50 grand, 40 grand?
The Model
3 is 35.
$35,000. If you have 35 grand to drop on a car, you've got 50 grand to drop on a car.
Well, I'll say this. In the chat room, Joel Hemingway says, sounds like a trial run to me. B. Keppel says it's real world R&D. So those are...
that is also true. It is a little bit of real world R&D. So... part of the reason they're also doing it is Tesla is a data company as well. A lot of people don't realize like a lot of they're a software / data company. They're way more than just their cars. And what they're doing with the 60D as well by limiting the limiting some of that battery is they're collecting real world battery degradation data. So essentially, every single 100% life cycle charge you do, there's a little bit of lithium dendrite formation that limits the overall lifespan of that battery.
Okay, but here, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. So essentially, with that 60 battery that's actually limited to a lower capacity, they're getting more 100% charge ups and collecting more data about that battery degradation. I mean, like, there's multiple reasons why that car exists, but here's the thing: if they didn't limit the battery on that car and limit other features, there simply just wouldn't be a model at that price range. There just wouldn't be that option. You would just then go straight to the model that's $70,000 or $75,000.
Well, it's a couple things I want to bring up. First off, you brought something interesting up, that Tesla's more than just a car company. Which, when you hear stuff like they've become the number one car company in the country, correct? Am I correct by saying that?
I think with stock valuation,
correct,
they're the most valuable.
They're the most valuable car, but they're obviously more than that. Don't get me wrong. My point is that I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you a question. Just personally, outside of how much you like Elon Musk, and this is where you get me. I hear what you're saying, but do you really think that it's justified to charge somebody, if they want to keep it permanently, to use their car to their full potential, charge them $5,000?
Yes, because
update?
they sold it on the spec sheet as a 60 kilowatt hour battery. People didn't even know for a while that it even had the 75 kilowatt hour battery.
So they lied. They lied.
Okay, can I?
No,
can I just make a point right
now?
now?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I won't be able to actually get into this because I'll be reading as you're talking, but I just want to say, because I wanted to rebut your facts about fucking Tesla and Elon Musk crying poverty, and I literally typed in government subsidies, and before I got to any other words, it said for Tesla was the first thing that came up. So while I start looking into that,
that's like a really popular right wing thing that
you're going to take $4.9 billion in government subsidies, and then you're going to tell me that I got to give you $5,000 for a fucking bet. Los Angeles Times. That's not Breitbart. Los Angeles Times, $4.9 billion in government subsidies, and you want $5,000 for me to get my
fucking...
They
sell a certain amount. Okay, so what it's a tax incentive.
How much is Elon Musk paying you, Kyle? Why are you such a fanboy of this guy? He's not paying. What are you hoping you're going to hang out with Richard Branson in his wine cellar and get your dick sucked in St. Martin?
Let me get my shield check. That'd be great.
Okay, hold on.
Shit.
Hold on, Kyle. Question now. What do you mean? What were you saying about the government subsidies?
All right, so the government subsidies. I don't know like 100% because I haven't looked entirely into it. From what I do know, is that it's a tax incentive. So if they sell a certain number of electric cars, they're essentially given certain amount of tax rebates over a period of time. So that's essentially what they would have to sell around $100 billion worth of cars to get that over 20 years.
Maybe that explains why they're manufacturing a cheaper model that doesn't run to its full potential just so they can crank it out and hit a certain quota. They're making their money off the government and all this bullshit.
They're making their money off the government? What?
Obviously, you just said to me, well, they're making these cheaper models so they can sell more cars. And then in the same breath, you're telling me, well, if they hit a certain model, they'll get $4.9 billion from the government. Why do they need $5,000 from somebody to make them
$5 billion? That's not.
I understand that, but that's still $4.9 billion on paper.
Let me read the article. Elon Musk. This is the LA Times. Hold on. LA Times. Elon Musk, California companies Tesla, Solar City, and SpaceX have enjoyed at least $4.9 billion in government support. Here's how the subsidies add up. Tesla Motors, $2.3 billion total. $1.29 billion Nevada tax incentive for Gigafactory, $45 million value of discounted Department of Energy loan.
Yeah, but they need your $5,000 to make the batteries work.
So tax incentives to build the biggest factory in the world and employ how many people?
We're selling these at a loss.
$90 million California Alternative Energy Advanced Transportation Financing. Sale of California and other regulatory credits. $284 million estimated value of federal income tax. $38 million value of California rebate, 20 to 26 of California self-incentive, and then the Solar City is $750 million from New York City.
Listen, I don't want to
New
hear.
York State, sorry,
I don't
not
want to
city,
hear
state.
about Elon Musk jet setting around like fucking Bruce Wayne getting his dick sucked by Johnny Depp's ex, and then I'm going to sit here and listen to you fucking cry poverty on his behalf.
He's selling. Please explain.
He's
Please
selling
explain.
these things at a
How am I
loss.
crying poverty?
He's doing you a favor.
Hold on.
This is the most.
They are a business, dude. They're a purpose. They are a publicly
business.
traded
That is fair.
business.
Okay, then
which
they
means
don't need
have to make
$4.9
money.
billion, then do they?
So
What?
Hold on. To be fair, doesn't Boeing take a lot of government subsidies too?
Yes,
Yeah,
a ton of
'cause they build
corporations
shit
take,
for the
take tax
government.
incentives.
All right. Well, that's fair.
Oh fuck! And you know what?
How many companies out there take tax incentives from the government to open plants or to
$4.9
something
billion
like
in
that?
it.
Yeah.
$4.9 billion for little Elon Musk and his batteries that only work
Yes, because the
75%
government
of
just
the
handed
way.
Elon Musk $4.9 billion.
Let me
That's
tell you
exactly
something.
what happened.
If I got a fucking phone, if I bought a new phone tomorrow and I found out that my battery only works at 75% capacity and I got to pay Samsung.
Okay.
Wait, let me finish your goddamn point.
This is how you have to look at it. Apple sells you a phone or sells a phone, right? The 8S that has
Yes, I know how sales work.
24 hours of battery life. Then a year later, they sell a 6D that has 20 hours of battery life, but they sell it for a little bit less money. Then for an extra $100, they tell you you can unlock that rest of the battery life.
But for extra
That's
$5,000,
exactly how that is.
but if Apple charged $5,000 for that, there'd be riots in the streets.
Yeah.
And
that's the wrong scale.
And I'll tell you-
hold on, be careful.
If Apple sold a $75,000 phone, what do you think Apple would sell? Like their phones sell for what, like $800?
Let me
They
see.
would
Yeah.
probably offer that battery upgrade for $100.
Hold
or
on.
something
Okay,
like
go,
that.
go Mersh.
Let me tell you, if I bought a Samsung phone tomorrow and I found out that that phone only operated at 75% capacity and then they tried to bang me for an extra $20 to get the battery to work, I would personally send uranium to fucking Kim Jong-un. And I would hope he goddamn
you
won the
simply
battle.
won't change your view because you're looking at it from the wrong perspective, dude.
A different perspective. Wrong is not the correct term. But I will say this. B. Keppel says in the chat room, what about the trillion spent on foreign wars supporting petroleum industry? $4 billion isn't that big of a deal when you put it in perspective. That's directed towards you, Mike, I believe.
Yeah, well, we need that oil because it is literally the blood of God that flows through the veins of America. Stop being a fucking commie and be a fucking patriot.
Hosea Perez says, who cares what they charge and how they charge for what they charge for batteries? If people don't think it's worth it, then they won't buy it. It's
They
bad
straight
business.
up advertise it as a 60 kilowatt hour battery with a limit of 250
I'm
miles.
not accusing them of false
that's-
advertising. I'm accusing them of throttling their own products because somebody doesn't have an extra $5,000 for poor Elon Musk because his pockets are inside out.
But-
Poor Elon.
Okay, so wait, so let me just, I want to get a perspective. Hold on, real quick. What you're saying is you don't mind the free market aspect of what he's doing. You don't like that the government's subsidizing, correct, Mersh?
Yeah, it's one or the other, man. You're making money. Your stock is fucking killing it. I'm not saying, and I'm all for low corporate taxes and all that shit. If we're talking tax breaks, fine. But this is legitimate money going back into his company he doesn't need. He doesn't need it.
I'm
He
pretty
hasn't
sure
gotten
that
us
the
to space
subsidies
yet.
are tax incentives, which means that they will get tax rebates. That's how that money is coming to them.
Oh my God! I hope Elon Musk and Richard Branson. I hope they both end. I hope their fucking fate comes to an end like the second act of Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
Right, because Elon Musk is a terrible person, man.
Look,
How dare he
I'm not
advance
saying he's a
you
terrible-
know, multiple industries.
I'm not saying he's a terrible person, but I'm tired of him getting this fucking sainthood from alleged nerds like yourself whose dick gets hard just at the mention of an Elon Musk, and you're like the poor guy.
I mean, I really like Elon Musk because he
No
he straight
shit.
up has advanced multiple industries.
Yeah, with the cover.
I mean,
with
no,
our
seriously,
money.
where would the electric car industry be right now if it weren't for Tesla? It would be behind probably another 10, 15 years.
Without Tesla and $4.9 billion of taxpayer money.
Sure, $4.9 billion of taxpayer money.
While he throttles their batteries because they
For
didn't pay him
20
enough
years.
because they weren't
in
even happy.
multiple industries, because that's also $4.9 billion isn't just to Tesla, it's also to Solar City and to SpaceX.
Oh yeah, all those things that have produced so much great stuff for us. You know what? Elon Musk is fucking living off your dime. He's fucking.
You should probably just go ahead and get rid of your phone, get rid of all your other technology. You seem to not like it.
He is banging you guys coming and going. Yeah, you're right. Because Elon Musk invented the smartphone. Enough, Kyle. Fucking stop
Dude,
it.
You just find
Stop
the
it.
randomest things to yell about.
Stop it.
Hold on, let's be fair
He
here.
just literally said you might as well throw all your technology
you
out
seem to fucking
because
hate
he literally
technology.
invented everything. He literally invented the light
Did I,
bulb.
where did I say he invented everything?
I
I'm saying
thought-
you seem to fucking hate technology.
George Washington Carver invented peanut butter, not Elon Musk. Okay.
What?
Hold on, Joel Hemingway. Now on your side, Mer says it's false advertising if you sold it as a 60 kilowatt battery instead of a throttled down 75 kilowatt battery. I think what there's okay. So
Nvidia and Intel and everyone else, when they sell their CPUs, they should say, no, it's not this model, it's this model, but we throttled it. That's what they should put in all their marketing.
But okay, but I'm going to say this though. When you buy, I'll say this. I do understand graphics cards a little better than electric cars, and you're right. When Nvidia sells something like that that's underclocked or whatever, I don't have to pay that money. If I want to, I can personally void my own warranty.
Actually, you know what? Even your phones have underclocked processors.
I understand, but let me hold on. Let me tell you something. Every phone I've ever owned then I've rooted it and I've overclocked it, or every Nvidia card that I've ever gotten, I overclock it myself.
I'm sure if you found a way to break the firmware on the Tesla, you could unlock it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And
who's going to try to jailbreak their car? Their fucking $80,000 car. Are you nuts?
I'm
not talking about an
saying
iPhone
if you wanted
here.
to, I'm sure you could.
Oh my god! And I fucking hate Elon Musk and this whole scam that he's running.
Yeah, it's all a
Ponzi
scam. That's what it is. It's all a scam. How
hold
dare
on,
you?
I gotta again say I just drove my father's Model S and that car is badass. I'm sorry. Look again. I recognize a lot of the issues you have, Mersh. I do, but as someone who drove the car, it is a really nice car. Now, does it scare me that at any point, if they don't like what I'm doing, just like Facebook, they could just stop my car and it doesn't start? Like if I don't pay my taxes? Yeah, that's kind of creepy to me.
The government gave this fucking cunt $4.9 billion. We should all have a free Tesla right now. fuck Elon Musk and fuck his kids if he has any.
Right.
I don't think he has kids.
You were definitely a very
you, dude, literally, you defend Elon Musk every time we've brought him up with the passion.
because people like you will randomly attack him for no fucking reason.
You defend him with the vigor that people on 4chan defend Adolf Hitler, like with passion.
You're right.
Like
Yeah.
you're related
Well,
to the guy.
Elon Musk isn't Hitler. Let's relax.
You're controlled opposition. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Who's controlling Kyle?
The Russians.
No, Kyle. You have to tell us you're a Russian spy. That's the way it works.
Yep, that's true. I'm a Russian spy.
God
Yep.
damn it! You should have told us at the beginning. Now we're implicated.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you didn't know his fucking chat name is Elon Musk Fanboy 49
No,
at CompuServe.
CompuServe.
Yeah, they still doing stuff.
I don't know. Okay. Kyle, though, seriously, thank you for calling.
No,
in.
thanks for calling. And I actually like Kyle.
No, we all like Kyle, obviously.
Honestly, I get along with Kyle except over Elon Musk. I feel like me and Kyle could hang out for a week straight with no power in the hurricane. We'd get along like gangbusters.
We would get along perfectly.
As
fine.
long
Yeah,
as
for
Elon
real.
Musk didn't get brought up, we'd be like, yeah, oh, dude, I love Elder Scrolls. Like all other shit, we'd be like, yeah, it's cool.
You guys are Skyrim sluts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But
that's a very
as soon
good
as
point.
you go to Musk, we'd be fucking
No,
literally bloodying each other
To be
up.
honest, I mean, part of the reason why I do get very defensive is simply because obviously I don't know the guy personally. I don't know really anything about his personality at all. He could be a dick for all I know. I don't know. Simply is because I do believe what he's doing is valuable. I think what he's doing for multiple industries is valuable, and I see him endlessly attacked by people like left and right, and I end up getting defensive just because I'm like, come on, man, like really, like compare Tesla to any other fucking company, or compare SpaceX to other companies. Like I just simply see what they're doing as valuable for those industries.
Okay, can I also say that, to be fair,
You know?
SpaceX sounds like DMX's comeback CD when he gets out of jail.
Yes. SpaceX sounds like Lil Pump's fucking, DJ or his MC, his producer. No, but no, and I will say in conclusion, to Kyle's point, I will admit that probably 65% of my passionate Elon Musk bashing is just a bit. Like I get mildly mad about something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna shred this guy for no reason.
I do understand a lot of the.
I'm sure he's a lovely man.
Where some of that comes from, I totally do.
I'm sure he's a lovely man. And listen, if Tesla was advertising on this show, I would be sucking Elon Musk's dick live on the air. I would be pushing Teslas like they were fucking dime bags.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not. I don't have any kind of conviction or morals or any of that. Like I don't care
or morals or any of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
whoever gives us money, I'm a shill. I don't give a fuck. I'm a capitalist. I love that shit.
I need to get my shell money. What the fuck?
I'm still working on it. We are trying to find a way to troll ourselves into a fortune. It's not working.
Yeah, Kyle, by the way, if you're off, you should come up with us to DC, man. We're going up there for the Juggalo Fest.
Dude, do it. Come with us.
The Juggalo Fest?
Are you,
that sounds amazing.
Are you working?
But tell me more about this.
Okay, here's what's going on. We, in Washington, D.C., on September 16th.
6 days.
That will be the March of the Juggalos. But here's the thing, Kyle. At the same time of the March of the Juggalos is I don't want to say, is the Patriots?
Mother of all patriot rallies.
So there's also going to be the right-wingers marching at the same time as the Juggalos.
The Juggalos, right wings. Is there like a left one going on too, like a counter protest?
Well,
if so, it's going to be great.
Here's the thing. That's the problem. We don't know because Antifa's like ninjas. They'll show up and you won't even know it. So we're going there. We're going to film. We're going to have fun. Hey, man.
They literally dress like ninjas. Antifa. So it's going to be weird.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Going to D.C. We're driving through. It'll be fun.
You're driving through?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk after the show. Maybe we'll scoop you up. That'll be fun. Hey, Kyle, anything you want to plug?
Not really, man. If you're interested in anything I have to say, just follow me on Twitter, KGJohnson89.
There you go.
And yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely.
Very
and
memorable Twitter name.
Thank you, Kyle Johnson. We appreciate it. He'll be on Hippo Juice Wednesday this week.
Yes.
Wait, what's the number again? KG Johnson what?
89.
KG Johnson.
There
89.
he is, 89.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking add him now.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We
All right, thanks
appreciate
for having
it.
me on. I'll see you guys.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Kyle's
See ya.
awesome.
Yeah, Kyle's great.
I like Kyle. I don't
Uh,
like his Elon Musk love.
Kyle's smart, man. He's a smart dude, though. I'll give him that.
Also, as Royce did bring it up,
Yeah.
this is probably like the last couple of days we'll promote it. So
Yeah.
paypal.me/Mersh Comedy. If you want to kick in any last few bucks for us, we barely, we cover the hotel and I got to pay for that and the road stuff. So help us out. We got to get some Fago. We're going on a search for Fago.
Because we're working during a Cat 4 hurricane. I'm looking out the window right now.
Guys, we're giving you fucking the goods.
That's
in the
how
middle
hard
of,
we work.
We're risking our lives for you. So paypal.me/Mersh Comedy. If you want to help for the DC trip, if you want to just help the show, go to Patreon/We're Not Sorry.
There it is.
It's like We're Not Sorry. You just look up We're Not Sorry.
We'll come up.
anywhere. Reddit, Facebook, all that shit. We're killing it.
What
Killing
about
the game.
what about Bing?
With Bing, Angel Fire,
Perfect.
all
Thank
those.
you.
Alibaba is a great one if you want to find us on there. Irma is getting.
How's it looking, by the way? What's the update since we started the show with Irma?
Still pretty far away, dude.
Yeah, it's slow. It's a slow one, man. This one's been really slow.
I know. It really is just kind of hanging out there. So thoughts and prayers out there for all you people in Cape Coral and Naples. It's just sitting there.
Battered. And by the way, the small islands, man, get no love. The islands leading up to here get ripped.
Oh, what,
every
the
time.
Keys?
Well, besides the Keys, but like Barbuda, whatever that crap is.
Oh,
over
yeah,
there,
but nobody cares about that.
That's not a real
Why?
place.
Well, yeah, because they've been getting battered. That's where you just get battered. Why do you live there?
Well, speaking of getting battered, I want to read this next story for you. Lesbian couple, both pregnant with boys, plan to raise feminist men.
Okay, I feel like there's probably some incorrect science in this article.
I'm surprised you used the word science in this article.
Should have used quotation fingers.
It says here, American pop culture and the media continue their ubiquitous mainstreaming of all things LGBTQ. As Red Book, that's your favorite magazine, right? Champions, a lesbian couple which both parents are pregnant. Celebrity Hollywood makeup artist Toby Fleischman said, lesbian wife Lindsay Lanacult have used Instagram to show off their dual pregnancies. Both babies were artificially conceived using the same sperm donor. So what did they just like squirt the cum in the middle and they scissor together and they squish it into each other's tent?
Yeah, they just
squish
fire
it
off.
Okay, yeah.
That or maybe, you know what it is? They just rub it on a double-sided dong.
Oh, you're right.
And then they scissor with the double-sided dong.
Unlike their argument, ours has science. Celebrity Hollywood makeup artist Toby Fleischman and lesbian wife. You don't have to say lesbian wife. If you say wife, okay, sorry.
It's news stories like this. Like, and is this Slate or what is this?
This is from Red Book originally.
Red Book. Oh, how nice. Articles like this make me wish for Sharia law. Like, I actually want I want to give the caliphate half of this country.
Right. Well, it says here they both babies were artificially conceived using the same sperm donor.
Also, they're holding up a sign that says it's a boy. Are they assuming this baby's
They're
gender
assuming
already?
The baby's gender.
All right, I'm
correct.
disgusted.
As is typical, most social media cheered the lesbians on. It's just jarring. They keep saying lesbians. Many of the comments responded to
They were going to use the D word, and they just decided it's probably not
devoted
best.
mothers.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one.
Well, I'll use that instead. As typical, most in social media cheered these devoted mothers.
These lesbos.
Is it offensive if you say lesbo dykes?
Probably.
Like if you put
I
two
think
words
dykes-
together?
Yeah, I don't think that still helps.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Question.
I don't think like.
Can I ask a
I don't
question?
think F word N word would be very.
Can I ask a
back to
question?
back.
What if it happens to be two dams that are holding up water and they happen to be lesbians?
I don't think that's.
Is that allowed? That's allowed. I think
We'd have
it's
to
allowed.
go to the judges. For
You know
that.
what?
Can we get it? Can we get a panel of judges that we can call into at any time we need?
see if it's
we need
racist
to just find a
or
panel.
bigoted?
Yeah. We're gonna have one of those where we can just dial in anytime.
I like to phone a friend, please.
Just phone a friend and go
Please.
like, "Is it racist?" If
The answer is usually before we call. They say, yes, yes.
it's just a voicemail that says yes.
Two critics of the too many letters here. Two critics of the lesbians activist agenda, which includes normalizing homosexual parenting.
Let's just say degenerates.
Okay. With deep experience in homosexuality, offered a stark difference take on the dual lesbian pregnancies.
Is this like a fucking? I'm just picturing dueling banjos playing in my head.
I'm thinking of her dual wielding two double dongs. You know,
Dueling pregnant
Yeah.
lesbians. This sounds like a fucking country song.
and it says international fatherlessness is not cute. Robert Oscar Lopez. Oh, nice name. Who was raised by his mother and her lesbian partner, said in an interview in LifeSite News, "To raise men, you need a role model. A boy needs a father." Lopez is director of the Texas Mass Resistance and professor at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. Well, he may be a little biased. He once identified as gay, but has since 2001 has been married to his wife and is the father of their two children.
See, folks, you can pray the gay away if you try hard enough.
That's absolutely right. Former lesbian Linda Wall, Pastor Royce has to come on this show. Former lesbian Linda Wall agrees with Lopez. The children are victims in lesbian parenting. Wall told LifeSite News, and the roller coaster ride of homosexual life is not a ride to create children on us.
I mean, I'm not arguing with the guy either way.
Wall, who describes himself as delivered from homosexuality by the power of the living Jesus Christ, and lesbian relationships typically are far from stable and lasting. I don't really care if lesbians want to have kids. I don't. But them,
Yeah, but I mean, look, the statistics don't lie, and kids generally grow up better with a
Right.
mother and a father in a house where they're not getting diddled and where nobody lives, nobody's coming in and out, and there's no boyfriends,
Right.
and there's no open relationships.
so you're talking about like a strong male role model. You think that well,
There-
they're
well,
going to raise a feminist kid.
There are reports now too that not only do boys grow up fucked up without a dad, but females especially are like really just fucked without a dad. Like you need both in your life. So yeah, this idea that you're gonna break outside the box and prove everybody wrong, it's arrogant, and you end up affecting other people's lives other than your own, and then society has to deal with your offspring, so you're dealing with all those people, and all these people have to deal with your little social experiment down the road. So I believe in my heart that we can be just, do you though? Do you have the data in front of you, or do you just believe it in your heart? Because everybody in this country, in this generation, believes shit in their heart, and this whole place is burning to the ground. So enough of you. Stop trying to make everything about you. Stop trying to get in these stupid Red Book articles with your dumb experimental kid.
I think you're right. I don't really care if they want to. If again, I'm a big Ron Paul libertarian. Do whatever you want, but however, I don't like when people do whatever they want and then pretend like it's good. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you. I'm thinking back to when I was a kid, and I'm wondering how, there's a lot of things that I think would be different about me if I didn't have a dad, to discipline me, to fucking scream at me. Because, let's be honest, man. Once you reach a certain age and you're a teenager, your mom tells you, what are you going to do? You gonna hit me? Get out of here. I'll uppercut you.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm way more screwed up than I should be because my mom was a single mom. And, like, she worked a lot, and I just did whatever the fuck I wanted.
Right. And my point is, there's something to be said to, even if you're not like, one of those like, oh, it's religion, it's man and a woman. Forget that. But there is something to be said, isn't there, about the traditional biologically, since we're built that way, there's something to be said about the traditional, family, nuclear family.
Yeah, it's something to be said. Like, it's better.
It works?
Yeah, there's something to be said about this whole, regular family that worked for generations before we started getting fucking Marxist programming like seeping into every aspect of our lives. And everybody's like, I'm going to be the parent of a fur baby now. And we don't need it. And now, like, fuck, it's a mess, dude. Everybody's just a fucking selfish, narcissistic degenerate, myself included. And we're all fucked.
But you know what? I will say this. At least we're not selfish enough to have children.
Yes, but the problem is that anybody who thinks that way are the people that need to be having
the idiocracy, the old idiocracy. Yeah, you're right.
That's what's happening.
That makes sense.
It's all the smart people. Because even me, like, I would be probably way less screwed up than most parents in my family. Like, I probably would have been decent at least, but I'm not touching it. Like everybody I know. I got a good friend, Megan, who's another one who's like screwed up like us, but like smart and brilliant and an awesome girl and funny. And like, I'm in love with Megan, and she's never gonna have kids. Like, she's like me. She's like, nah, I'm all screwed up. And you're like, yeah, but the self-awareness factor is what would make you a good parent. Exactly. But people that are self-aware are like, these are troubling times. Everybody in the trailer park and the project housing, they can't wait to insert their penis inside people with no protection.
Well, there's nothing to be said at some point. Like, people aren't growing up anymore either. If you think about it that way, I know. I can't tell you how many people I know personally that are in their, I don't know, mid-30s with 3 kids from 3 different parents, and they don't even have their own place. Like, it's
no, they drop off their kids to their parents all the time, and it's like, whatever. Grandparents are the new parents in this country.
Yeah, and it's weird, right?
It is troubling times.
But I will say a side effect is that, and we've talked about it before in the first episode, is every study that's been done shows that the generation coming up after us is going to be the most conservative generation in forever because of that.
Some say conservative, some say libertarian, some say fascist. But the thing is, you've pushed these kids into a corner.
Tomato.
They want order now. That's what they want. And it's kind of, dude, me and Jeff Ray have really, really long, extensive conversations about philosophy and where we're headed and all that stuff. And it's just... Dude, it's cyclical, man. We're cycling back around to all this commie shit, but it's gonna fail, and a lot of people are reacting to it. People are just grossed out in general. Everybody made all the things that we grow up making fun of turned out to not be bad things if they were in moderation. Religion, nationalism, civic pride. You know what I mean? These things that like we're like, oh, that's fucking corny. Stand up for the flag, faggot. And like nowadays, you're like, why don't you show some goddamn respect? Take your hat off, fucking faggot. Like, it still hasn't changed. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking asshole. Like, and nowadays it's like, I do pray once in a while now, and it's weird. And I don't like, dude, I'm doing it with like, 10% fucking,
right.
Or, oh yeah, here's, but like, it's like you get older and you do things and you find out that, maybe we are pretty fucking gross.
No, I know. And it's,
maybe we deserve this hurricane and the 4 behind it.
Yeah. And then 4 after that, it's not going to stop.
There's 11 hurricanes behind Irma. So we're going to
I'm going to point something out. Somebody posted another verified Twitter user, and I don't remember who it was, but
let me guess, fat girl?
Probably. They posted a picture of, remember that
guy with thick glasses?
Remember that movie, The Day After Tomorrow? And they took a screenshot of that movie where they had 3 hurricanes about to hit Florida. And then they took that screenshot, and then they posted a screenshot of the 3 hurricanes coming behind Irma, and then go, see, they tried to warn you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you using a fucking movie that, by the way, bombed at the box office?
Excuse me. Hey, guys. Hey, all you climate change deniers.
Yes.
Dennis Quaid tried to warn us. And his son Jake Gyllenhaal almost drowned in a subway.
Maybe Dennis Quaid should have tried to word Randy before the
Randy.
fuck. Yeah,
Randy Quaid would have made a better movie.
absolutely.
I think it would have made more money with Randy Quaid and his little fucking crop dusting plane, trying to save the world, putting like ammonia sulfate and stuff in his plane and trying to chemtrail us out of the fucking doom.
Oh my God, the chemtrail people are going crazy now. By the way, they say that's the reason.
Yeah, how is Paul Joseph Watson doing?
That's why there's hurricanes, don't you know? Because of the chemtrails, also.
Oh, I thought it was because conservatism is the new counterculture. I'm gonna have another cigarette.
Do I need to put a map behind you so people know you're real?
A paper map.
A paper map?
Because you know I've got integrity.
What is? Why don't you get a better webcam, fuckface?
A mic.
For the
A
love
mic
of
that
God.
doesn't sound like you're... Dude, he always sounds like he's broadcasting from a studio apartment. Or a flat, as he probably calls it. Fucking asshole. Fuck Paul Joseph Watson. No, but seriously, if you ever want to come on our show, you're more than welcome.
Well, that was quick. That was a quick turnaround on him.
I said I had no convictions.
No.
No, I just want to make money.
He's just going to scream at you?
I don't care about anything else.
I have an idea. We'll sell our podcast, right? But if you want to hear the last 20 minutes, you have to pay the update fee.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll tease things we never deliver on.
I'm going to call you.
I've got naked pictures of Lauren Southern. You want to see him?
Not
You
really.
got to subscribe. And then you
Not-
subscribe. And I was like, no, another girl
I
named
said,
Lauren Southern.
I said no, though. Just to begin with, no, I don't want to really.
Are you sure?
I've seen, if you've seen one blonde bimbo naked before, you've seen them all. Like,
I've already heard, I've had to hear Lauren Southern talk for 2 years
You ruined it
now.
with her mouth now. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
You've ruined
But
her with her
having
mouth.
had to watch her crooked mouth spew a bunch of shit shilling herself for 2 years, I deserve to see Lauren Southern naked. I've earned it.
I think we've all learned it.
Hey, you guys, just
Oh, here we go.
donate to my Patreon.
Her mouth doesn't get this bottom. Her bottom jaw doesn't get the signal when to stop talking.
It really does. It's just she looks like a really lazy animator drew her mouth. She's not in sync with her words. She's got a mouth like an early Simpsons episode.
Hey, Tracy Ullman mouth. Why don't you fucking stop?
Enough of you, Garth Algar. Nice Deuce Volt hoodie. Yeah, but it's not racist though. Enough.
Oh, fuck. That's the point, folks. There's shitheads on all sides.
Listen, I'm not racist or anything. I just wear Deuce Volt hoodies and I never bang black guys.
Well, why don't
It's
we...
kinda racist then?
We could fund Milo now, who's just basically become a T-shirt company.
Anti-reverent.
He's a fucking T-shirt company. Again, all these people that were cool. But that's what happens to everybody. It goes to show you, once you reach a certain level, it's like, well, how many T-shirts can I sell?
Milo is the fucking Vanilla Ice of the alt-right. I've never seen somebody explode, like blow up and then disappear overnight. He's like the Millie and the Vanilli of the alt-right.
Do you think it was just that whole gay thing, the whole kid gay thing that he talked about?
I think that as part of it, like the pedo thing, and then he got like attacked really viciously. And then I think that like what happens with somebody like a Milo is that he's just a character. Like he's a caricature. He's a character. He's just a goofy, invented thing for the media, and that's
Right.
how he makes his money just being the irreverent gay guy who bashes trannies. But I think that we found that there really wasn't any substance to Milo, and it's like it would be different. Like if the whole world rose up and started shitting on Ben Shapiro, like people would be like, "You go fuck yourself, man!" Like that guy's actually done some
Right.
work, some research. He does a good show. You notice Milo doesn't do a show regularly.
No.
He doesn't do a lot. I feel like there's just not a lot. Like he can write a good. He's like Seinfeld. He can write a good 60 minutes and do that 60 minutes forever. But eventually people stop buying tickets and they stop caring because you're just a goofy character. There's no substance to Milo. And I think that when he started getting attacked, people realized that there was nothing to defend. And they just kind of were like, and then they just kind of grew bored of him. And when he's not in front of your face all the time, and when he's doing shows like Anthony Cumia's show, he bottomed out, man.
Just a gimmick, basically.
Yeah, and then he cried about his book not being sold. He was so obsessed with that it just seemed petty, and then everybody was like, does anybody really care? Like, you can't build an entire brand and have it all just always be you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not fucking Katy Perry. You're not Madonna. You're not Taylor Swift. You're a fucking gay guy who bashes trannies and Muslims. How long is that shtick gonna work? You know, he's like the gay political activist version of Andrew Dice Clay. It's like he did his act once, and then he comes out the second time, and he's like, "Oh, trannies are mentally ill. Oh, I'm so irreverent. Oh, let me make fun of Muslims." And then after a while, he's like, "I know, but I heard that joke."
That's a good point. And your brother Ben Shapiro.
Milo is just Jim Norton doing tranny jokes. Fucking 10 years later, it's sad.
You brought the Ben Shapiro thing up, and Ben Shapiro's asked to debate him a bunch of times, and Milo backs out. Shapiro would probably destroy him.
Yeah, Shapiro would destroy you on a topic that he didn't even know about.
That's a very good point.
You know what? Let's argue who has the best graphics card in the computer, and he'd probably be like, "Oh, well, Radeon's actually pretty good if you overclock them, and AMD." It's like, Jesus Christ, Ben Shapiro's a fucking nerd. He's always ready.
I would never want to be stuck in an elevator with him.
No, and if Ben Shapiro said anything I didn't agree with, I would just be like, yeah, I agree.
Because what are you gonna say?
What, are we gonna fucking argue with him?
I haven't read 700 books. I'm not ready to fight back at you right now.
I'm not enough of a grown-up to debate Ben Shapiro. I would just I would get frustrated, and I would smack that yarmulke off his head and run away.
Yeah, you suck.
I'd smack his yarmulke off and go, "Look at that," and then just run. Be out of there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Milo thing was a gimmick, and it's funny because
shtick.
Every video now that he's posting is him on like local news stations. Remember when he used to be on CNN and Fox, and now he's on
now he's doing the same appearances that like mid-card WWE wrestlers do,
and not even good news stations. Like how CW shows news sometimes, like one of those stations.
He does the same stations that like you'll see Kofi Kingston on.
Yep,
promoting a house show. It's fucking sad. Oh, man.
All right, and coming up after Milo, Burt Kreischer here. He's going to be performing at Houston's Improv.
Before any Milo haters end up going on our YouTube later and be like, fuck you, Milo's the best. Listen, fine, Milo's the best, but I guarantee you that within 6 months, I will have said more funny things on this show that are different from the last funny thing than Milo's ever done. I'll have more material from the show. Me and Royce will crank out jokes way faster than Milo. And
I think we might probably already have. How many? Within 7 episodes? Yeah. I think we got it.
Yeah, he didn't even write an entire book, technically.
But his book name was edgy. It was dangerous. It was pretty edgy.
It should have just been called Me. Me.
Oh, way to break all the stereotypes there, Milo. Way to break every single one.
Yeah, no. Oh, my God.
Fucking way to break the glittered ceiling there.
Enough of you and your fucking... And Milo, and seriously, enough of you and your perfectly coiffed hair and your weird outfits. You look like a fucking villain in The Fifth Element. Just enough of you.
He looks like when they when they take the Barbie's clothes and they mix and match them. That's what he looks like. We get it. You're edgy. We got it. We got it. We got it. I'll say anything. It's in a British accent.
Yeah, Milo looks like a character that you would stuff in the trunk of a car in Vice City. I've had it with him.
Enough.
I'm so irreverent. Oh, look at me.
Milo's the character they write in on like the 7th season of a sitcom because it's getting stale. Hey, what if we get a funny gay guy? But here's the twist. He's conservative.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking David Spade plays him. Who would play him? David Spade, right?
David Spade, probably, yeah. And he would do it great.
He would do an amazing Milo.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so we're done with you, Milo. And I was one of his biggest fans.
I was too.
I loved Milo when he first came out, but I loved Dice when he first came out. And then maybe Milo can do a show in 20 years about him on his downside that would be good, and then I would find him funny again, like Dice.
Maybe.
Dice went full redemption arc like the Hound.
That's a good point.
I love Dice again.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're right. Some people you can find out they're just a gimmick, and then edgelords. On both sides.
And he also can't laugh at himself, and that's going to be
that's bad.
That's going to prove to be a big issue for Milo down the road. Because one day he's going to take a beating, and he's just going to fucking lash out. Because that's what he does. He lashes out. He's not like funny about it. Like there are certain people that if they got busted, it would be awesome.
Right. No, yeah, you're right. That's a good point. And again, the other ones are pretty smart. You're never gonna hear me saying, "Oh yeah, I think it's okay for 13-year-old gay guys to, fuck men." I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. Probably not awesome.
I mean, if it is, if I'm the man.
Okay, well, I mean, see, that's the kind of thought process that got him, and in turn, it's going to get us in trouble.
I was just having a little fun, though.
I don't care how big he is.
See, the problem is, though, right? Unlike Milo, if they ever went after us, we would have this big wave of, oh, they're horrible. And then afterwards, we'd have new material. And people would go, oh, no, I like them again.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We could deal with the lulls, are you saying?
We wouldn't just double down on Muslim hate and hope everybody just fucking still likes us.
All right, well, we're going to break. Coming up after break, we're going to talk about Jennifer Lawrence. She said something stupid. We're going to talk about speaking of trannies, Milo of this one. We're going to talk about, two things he likes, 12-year-old boy and tranny.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. So, man, someone send Milo some sort of beeper.
Now I got to have a commercial break cigarette with a boner.
All right. We'll be right back, guys.
Did you think I'd forgotten you? Perhaps you hoped I had. Don't waste a breath mourning Miss Barnes. Every kitten grows up to be a cat. They seem so harmless at first. Small, quiet, lapping up their saucer of milk. But once their claws get long enough, they draw blood. Sometimes from the hand that feeds them. For those of us climbing to the top of the food chain, there can be no mercy. There is but one rule. Hunt or be hunted. Welcome.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Number to call in is 954-573-2780 if you want to do that. Thank you for joining us. Hurricane Central here.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little dicey outside, but I just got a report from the Sarasota area, which is reportedly right there. The eye is pretty much nearing there at this point, and they're getting it as bad as they say they're going to get it. And one of my people out there is saying it's barely raining, a little windy. I think it's going to start dying down.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is just going to be a really nasty storm, but I don't think it's going to be the fucking Hurricane Andrew type scenario. And also, I think one thing people are not talking about is the fact that we've come a long way in 20 years.
Good
So
point.
it's like we panic, but we also have cell phones and backup battery. Like, way less people usually die now. Katrina was a fucking freak thing because the levees broke. But even if the levees had broken in Katrina, there really would have been a minimal loss of life. We've pretty much got this down nowadays. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Everybody knows how to get out quick and do their thing. So I don't really think that these things have the impact that they used to. You know, it's just a pretty bad storm, but it looks like it's starting.
Hopefully.
I think it's a Category 2 now.
Okay, that's good.
Which is good. So when it hits us, we will be bringing you right after the show a very funny live video if we still have power.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but it's going to be amusing. So second hour, folks. What are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you what we're doing. We have Jennifer Lawrence here speak.
Ooh, what happened to Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence says hurricanes are punishment.
Why does Jennifer Lawrence look like Samantha in Sex and the City now? She is not doing good.
Jennifer Lawrence says hurricanes are punishment for electing Trump.
I don't like her plastic share face.
So do we want to hear what Jennifer Lawrence has to say?
Not really, but I guess we don't have a choice, do we?
When you're watching it and then afterwards, because I just had the experience. And then when you go home and you kind of think about it and you have a moment, you realize that you're just left with feelings. It's such a visceral reaction. So, yeah, it's hard to watch in the moment, but afterwards you realize how important it is.
But how was it to make? Because it's pretty intense, isn't it? The camera is in your face.
Okay, do they have the where the fuck? Oh, 11:30.
First of all, Jennifer Lawrence is rocking a hell of a cold sore in this video.
Herpes?
Which not even that makeup is covered.
Is it herpes? Here, I found the clip.
How a child can say the love that you feel for your child is going to change you. And then unfortunately, I don't want to say anything else, but there are many different transformations.
I mean, when the director was asked about the film, why it was so dark...
Can I ask you
it's a
something?
man-
What is their microphone situation here?
Yeah, seriously, you're interviewing Jennifer Lawrence. Jesus Christ.
Is this fucking... Well, who is this Sky 4 News
Sky
or is
4
this
News.
fucking Paul Joseph Watson interviewing her in his with his laptop camera?
Time to be alive. And there's certainly a sort of end of days feeling about it.
Okay, here we go.
There are many people in America who would say, you know, perhaps it's truer there.
Get a fucking boom mic, Sky News. Christ! Sorry.
America,
okay.
who would say, you know, perhaps it's truer there at the moment than anywhere else. I mean, what are your thoughts about the changes that would happen in your own country over the last year or so?
Trump. Get it?
That John Oliver. He is just a card.
He certainly is British, isn't he? He's definitely British.
Oh, God.
It's scary. You know, it's this new language that's forming. I don't
English?
Yeah, it's called the fucking world changing and evolving. It happens all the time. It's weird. This happened in the 90s, too. And the fucking 70s. And the goddamn 50s, you dumb bitch.
Hold on.
It's a scary world that's changing. It wasn't fucking scary for you for 8 years when your fucking guy was winning. It was,
So we're gonna
you love change then.
We're all ignoring the nose job she absolutely got. We're ignoring it.
Well, I'm not ignoring anything about her horrendous cherubic face that has obviously had a lot of work done to it.
Cherubic.
With her fucking, I'm also stuck on this cold sore that is very clearly on her lip.
She looks like a Cherubic's cube.
You don't see it? I need
No,
CSI.
yeah, it's
up.
right here.
Yeah,
It's right here.
No,
I see it.
up.
Here?
That's a cold sore, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it to me.
She looks very cold sorry in that.
Mrs. Producer saying no, so she's
I
saying
have to
no.
diskey with you. She looks like a fucking
Shaking her head no. Okay, well, let's
she
see.
looks like a hurt factory.
Well, let's hear what she's saying. I know the audio's
Fucking
terrible, but let's
thought.
figure this out.
There are many people in America who would say, perhaps it's truer there at the moment.
The audio's really good. What's wrong?
It really makes me mad.
But it's good. Okay, let's hear her.
It's this new language that's forming. I don't even recognize it. It's also scary to know it's been proven through science that human activity, that climate change is due to human activity, and we continue to.
Jennifer Lawrence is a scientist. She poured through the data.
To be fair, she is as much of a scientist as Bill Nye is. So,
She may be more of a scientist than Bill Nye is.
I don't know why anybody committed listening to this dumb coos talking about the fucking climate changing in this planet over thousands of years. Nobody cares. Make a movie
Ignore
that isn't
it,
shit.
and the only voice that we really have is through voting.
Yes, and we just expressed our voices.
Just did it.
You fucking
what happened?
Pompous bitch.
She makes me mad. Okay. I wasn't mad about the audio quality or anything, but now I'm angry.
You arrogant bitch. This is why the left is losing.
You are explaining the reason he won. We voted, and he won.
I hate
So,
this
And
one.
you have voted.
At
very
a,
recently,
and we
is it?
voted.
That's what she just said.
Was this the one that was fucking Ben Affleck?
No.
Which
I don't
one is
think
she?
so.
Because I always
She's
I always have a Bill Pullman, Bill Paxton situation with her and Jennifer Garner. It's very.
She's in a million things. What was her biggest movie?
I don't know, but she.
Hunger Games.
Oh, she's okay. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
And
Enough
we
of this
continue
Brooke
to
Hogan looking bitch.
Ignore it, and the only voice that we really have is through voting. So
And you have voted.
at
very
a,
recently
and we
as a
voted,
country.
and it was really startling. You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature.
This is okay. Now, if you're like a regular guy at a bar and you're listening to
Mother
this,
Nature, bro.
let's say you're at a bar.
Would you call it Gaia Earth?
All right, let's say you're at a bar, right? And this rambling bitch is sitting next to you, okay? At like an airport bar.
You know what I love about you, Mike? Your tact.
I'm just trying to.
This rambling bitch.
This rambling bitch just diarrhea projectile this dribble out of her fucking empty skull, right?
Mm-hmm.
I understand if you're like a dude like me and Royce, you're at an airport bar.
You're like, yeah, it's awesome, bro.
Yeah, totally. Trump, hurricanes. I get it.
yeah, Trump. Did you see John Oliver?
He's the best. He's
Oh,
so
he's
irreverent.
hilarious.
I get it. You're just trying to get your dick sucked. I understand. Why the fuck is a news network treating this fucking goofy bitch like she is anything important or should be? Like, I would get it. If you're a dude and you're like, all right, I'm going to get my fuck on. All I got to do is listen to this chick go on and on about climate change and Tesla and fucking Trump and the election and all this dumb shit and fossil fuel. All right, whatever. Fine. I'm going to get laid later. What does Sky News get at it? Like, did their fucking ratings spike up when Jennifer Garner was fucking waxing philosophical about the future of this planet?
Lawrence.
I doubt it.
Lawrence.
See what I mean? I have that. It's that Independence Day Tremors thing. I always get them mixed up.
Pullman, Paxton?
Yeah, it bugs me. But oh my God, it doesn't make any sense.
All right, let's play a little more.
Hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this
I mean,
movie.
no, stop it again. Because I'm annoyed. All right. I understand the answer to my own question. The reason why they do it is because these celebs push whatever narrative They're told to, so they can plug their dumb movies. I guess my point is, could Sky News not A, get a better mic, and also B, get a better celebrity? Like Leo DiCaprio and George Clooney, I'm sure they could have gotten Jennifer Garner, who's way better get than Jennifer Lawrence. They could have gotten anybody else to force feed me this horse shit narrative, and they got Jennifer Lawrence. Was the fucking best you could come up with. No wonder Sky News doesn't have a boom mic. You don't deserve one.
You're really wrapped up about their boom mic.
Fucking had it with these people.
Okay, a little more.
Voting. And
you have voted
and we voted, and it was really startling.
That everybody that doesn't live by the ocean doesn't agree with you? It fucking startled you? That people that aren't in fucking high-rise condos and fucking are downloading their Tesla apps aren't fucking thinking like you? People that don't have fucking butlers coming and picking them up in fucking limos? People that fucking take helicopters to fucking movie careers? You fucking idiots!
See, now I feel like you're more on my wavelength.
Ah!
I feel like you're warming up now. You're
So heated now. I'm heated.
Hey, relax. This woman is the epitome of, remember the old Patrice O'Neill bit when he was talking about just women tell terrible stories?
Yes!
That's what I feel like right now watching this. Yeah, we voted, and like it was really alarming the way
People
climate
thought
change
different than me?
with the hurricanes and the like that. I'm telling you, airport bar, fucking 5 drinks in, you would be so happy to be. Look at the pause. Look at this bitch. She looks like a broke ass Ivanka Trump. That's what you look like, bitch. A broke ass fucking B-tiered Ivanka Trump wannabe ass bitch. Enough of you.
A little more? Of
Yeah,
course.
sure. Why not?
You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
And it's not just about climate change, though, is it, in America?
Hold on, she's screaming at the microphone real quick. We have to see what she has to say.
So what would you tell me is how is it working with Ben Affleck? Is that nice to be on set with him? Even our mic, dude, I just went across the room and our mics still pick up better. I have fucking had it. I have had it with both of these dumb bitches. And she really does look like a fucking mid-card Ivanka Trump.
I mean, it seems to be a time of huge division.
Yeah.
She should do
really
Ivanka
polarized.
Trump like on SNL.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
She'd be so good.
I'd watch it.
I'm shipping that.
And upsetting. I've heard things.
But Dennis goes, I think she's making good points.
Yeah, of course he is. Dennis also has a
Seen
fucking.
things on
Dennis
TV.
also has a bottom of fucking hand lotion next to him and some tissues. I bet she's really making a couple good points.
In about 5 minutes, you'll wonder what the points were.
And you have voted.
And we voted, and it was really startling. You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
And it's not just about climate change, though, is it, in America? I mean, it seems to be a time of huge division.
Yeah, it's really polarizing and upsetting.
Whoa, hey, whoa!
Seen things
Boo,
in
Wendy,
our
take the
country
burger,
that
Are we on the air?
devastate me and make me sick. And
Is she still going?
Dude, the
Jesus
hurricanes
Christ.
devastate her and make her sick.
How long was I out? felt
I
like
know.
felt like hours. That fucking this fucking vapid boring bitch just made me. She made me remember fucking Beetlejuice when he went outside for 4 hours and then came back and it was like 4 days.
Yeah.
I felt like I just slept that long. This dumb bitch. Did the hurricane pass yet? Jennifer Lawrence, you bag of shite.
Yeah, but I would rather make small talk with that shrunken head dude in Beetlejuice than this bitch.
I don't want to listen to this girl just fucking giving out about hurricanes. Gives a shit.
Mark the question says, and don't do the movie if it bothers you so much.
We really seriously.
Like, seriously, just don't do it then.
Fucking an hour of fucking Jennifer Lawrence having a moan over fucking climate change. God damn it.
it's really confusing.
Is it? Because looking at you, you seem like the kind of person who's easily confused.
Like most things confuse you.
Yes. I don't think we're ever going to be referring to her as Oscar award-winning actress Jennifer Lawrence.
Has she won an Oscar?
Hunger Games won an Oscar, I think. That doesn't count. You know, Best Picture doesn't get you an Oscar.
Yeah, trust me. Leonardo DiCaprio knew that for many years.
Exactly. Yeah, you know who gets the Best Picture award? The fucking director gets it. Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Do you find President Trump confusing?
I don't find him confusing. I think I know exactly what he is.
Tell me what he is, because you never had a problem with him until he was fucking president.
And no,
that's the thing.
And
you fucking assholes.
You can't say exactly what he is because you can't articulate a single thought. That's exactly why you said.
Not true. He's like Voldemort, bro.
That is exactly why she said, I don't even want to say what he is, because you can't think of anything, because you've never in your life ever been in a position where you had to make any kind of a decision, produce an original thought, add to anything. You've never added to anything, Jennifer Lawrence. You just read you read things off of a script. It's all you do.
Oh, and Mark, the question is Frozen Asian, he said, by the way, just so we know who it is.
Oh, hi, Mark.
An Asian on YouTube? Get out of town!
Oh, man. Every time I see Asians on YouTube, it's usually over footage of video games.
Look, we're not even playing StarCraft right now, and he's beating me. Okay. I don't know how.
Okay, so this is our Frozen Asian, and this is how you get the Hitman completion challenge.
And demonetized.
Gong.
If you pause and zoom in, you can see the exact moment when that YouTube video got demonetized.
Oh, YouTube. I'm so sorry.
Patreon.com/we're not sorry.
Lord knows we need that money.
Need it.
We need it more than Ron Paul does.
Jesus Christ.
At least he can deliver babies.
Yeah, he has a side gig. A good one. All right. Jennifer Lawrence has more to tell us.
Oh, of course she does.
I have to feel hope. You know, you have to feel hope. You can't just fall into despair, but...
Dude, she's falling into despair.
Yo, is this bitch about to cry, dog?
Can somebody tell me? Fuck, I gotta see. Hold on. Jennifer Lawrence, because she's falling into despair.
Nude.
Net worth.
Oh,
you were close. Let's see here. Jennifer Lawrence's net worth is $130 million.
That totally makes sense and is fair.
Yeah, she's in despair.
All right, get it. Dude, it's Trump, man. It's literally all you have to say to get a job on a liberal network now.
On anywhere. Any Starbucks corporate. Why do you want to work here? Because I think Trump's destroying America.
Hired. You're president. President of business development.
Oh.
In the Middle East.
Okay, a little more.
A producer on the movie called this film an impotent howl of rage. You know, it's like a helpless howl.
We've watched a lot of frustrating clips on this show.
Many.
I have to say that Jennifer Lawrence speaking.
Just talking?
Is probably one of the most We've showed clips of looting. We've talked about some really, really dark things on this show, and I've never been angrier than having to listen to Jennifer Lawrence attempt to articulate 3 very complicated subjects. I'm done.
But it's like you said, at the end of it, you're not going to get to fuck her. So there's like no reward.
There's nothing. I get nothing out of this except another Jennifer Lawrence movie. Hey, by the way, why are you wearing makeup like a fucking raccoon? You look like the goddamn Hamburglar. Or what is with the Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day fucking eye makeup?
Probably a better musician. Let's play a little bit more here.
To the moon. And it's an assault.
Assault. No one's getting hurt.
And one thing, just moving, looking forward, there's a lot of excitement about the idea you might do something with Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement. The excitement's coming from Jennifer Lawrence and Amy Schumer.
I've been more excited for this hurricane to fucking hit us and just rip our fucking roof off than I have been for Amy. Finally, an Amy Schumer Jennifer Lawrence team up that we've all been waiting for.
Look, the last person.
Let me guess, Amy Schumer plays the fat friend. Let me guess, she's gonna say wacky things like, "You don't know what it's like because you're hot, and I have sex with black guys."
No, it's gonna be some kind of twist where Amy's the hot one and Jennifer's the uggo, and they have to learn.
I won't watch. Listen. I've watched shows where there's literally dragons, but I cannot suspend disbelief for that long if that were the plot of the movie.
Stop! Everybody's excited.
Nobody's excited.
The last man to be excited over Amy Schumer was Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my god. Well, let's play a little bit.
Can we stop? Can we do we have anything else?
Yeah, just one more minute.
Can we vote on it? No, I don't want to do this.
I think
I don't
there's still this
have
idea that
to.
actually women can't be funny, and that's why they seem so surprised by you two.
Well, I'd love for people to think that until our
I
movie
don't
comes
think
out.
women are funny, and I've yet to be surprised. So there's that.
I mean, everybody loves Amy. I mean, she's.
Who told you that? Why would you? Okay, you know what? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here's two arguments. Here's two arguments for you. Ready? Climate change is real, and everyone loves Amy Schumer. Way to throw your goddamn credibility out the window, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
One of the funniest comedians in the world. I think she's the funniest person in the world.
By the way, guys, climate change is real. Ready?
Okay.
Climate change is
Hold
real.
on, let me get a pen.
Amy Schumer is amazing and hilarious, and everyone loves her. Irish people control all the banks, and white people are responsible for all the crimes in this country. That's all coming from Jennifer Lawrence. And no, you're wrong, Royce. That's where we got demonetized.
There you go. Now you can see where we got demonetized.
Our script is really good.
These
I'm
new
really
metrics
happy
are great. YouTube shows you everything.
Exactly where it happened.
But, and we're excited to do it. And I think it's really fun.
I have a
but
feeling.
it's also soulful.
I have a feeling that nobody's excited. I have a feeling the director's not excited. I don't think anybody. I guarantee you that that is going to be a somber comedy movie set. Nobody's excited. The fucking people.
The catering guy is.
The people who committed to a 3-picture deal with Schumer aren't excited. The people that have to pay for marketing aren't excited.
The guy who sells the fucking bagels to the set is, though.
The theater owners that have to give free tickets out to this movie are not excited. Nobody's excited.
Now, is it gonna
People were more excited for Hurricane Irma.
Is it going to come out on IMAX so we can see all of Amy Schumer?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Oh, my God. I'm so sick. Remember she dropped out of the Barbie movie? You don't like her. You know why? Because you're just not stunning and brave, and that's your problem. But speaking of stunning and brave, why don't we move on? Because I know you didn't want to deal with Jennifer Lawrence. So let's move on to something a little less cringeworthy.
She's so hateable.
12-year-old boy who transitioned to female changes his mind 2 years later.
Wait a minute. Before you even hit play.
Sure.
Because as you know, I am a cynic.
Oh,
you know,
God,
I'm a real cynical person.
Are you Navy SEAL?
I'm critical thinking. That's all I'm asking, all right? I got to ask you a question here.
Sure.
So you mean to tell me that a 12-year-old boy made a decision and then changed his mind 2 years later? I don't believe you.
Yes, Governor, he did.
That's the heart machines.
I don't
believe that teenagers never change their minds.
That's why your tips are still frosted. Can you imagine?
That's why I have a Sublime tattoo on my back. Yeah.
That's why I'm still wearing a South Pole shirt, because I don't change my mind. Yeah, because I couldn't afford the good stuff.
That's why I still wear those necklaces that are just metal balls.
That's why I have my puka shell ready to go for Irma, because no one changes their minds.
That's why I still only listen to Infest by Papa Roach and Hybrid Theory over and over again.
Listen, if you're not going to throw Limp Bizkit in the mix, we cannot be friends.
Okay, yeah, hot dog flavored water.
Okay,
that gets
thank you.
That gets a vote out.
Well, let's see what. Now, this is going to air tonight, but
Is this the teenage boy? Because he has not aged well with
that's
those hormones.
that's the mother, I believe.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's play it.
So was allowing Patrick to take those hormones a mistake?
This Aussie mum helped her 12-year-old son to become a girl.
Why do they have to be from Australia?
Why did it have to be Australian again? We don't mean to pick on you guys, but this whose fault is this? Come on.
Is the gender wage KP get real?
It's not that. It's a different one.
And also give your kids hormones. There's no big deal. They can always change back when they're 14. They'll have enough penis left. Hey, if your son's got a big enough penis, he can have 4 gender reassignments, eh? As long as you got enough skin in there. Sure, your nerve endings will be shot to shit, but hey, go for it, right? No worries.
To take those hormones in the state. This Aussie mum helped her 12-year-old son to become a girl.
When he was young, he would dress up in girls' clothes, and at one stage...
Yeah, when I was young, I used to dress as a fucking Batman, but I'm not going out and saving Gotham right now. You fucking idiot!
When he was 12, he used to dress up in girls' clothes, but then again, I gave him all hand-me-downs, and I had a daughter before then. So I just put 2 and 2 together, and I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off.
And she did say to me that could he be taken to the doctor to be made into a girl.
You wish you could just change everything about you.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing so hard? We're already demonetized. You might as well. Why are you laughing?
Oh, no.
What's wrong? He's a nice looking kid. Good looking boy.
He's a girl boy thing.
He's a good looking kid.
He's a boy girl.
He's a good kid.
Wait, which one is he now?
He was a boy. He went to girl. Now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh God, just stay a girl if you're gonna be this indecisive. Jesus Christ.
Oh fuck!
You know what I'm telling you already? You are a girl. What do you want to eat? I don't know. I want a steak, but I also want tacos. I want to take steak and tacos and steak and tacos and pizza. You fucking dumbass.
Frozen Asian says.
Holy shit.
Frozen Asian goes. There goes your Australian market.
Oi, no, we were going to charge him 38% more for our show.
Western Echo says, you got demonetized? I'm blasting this racist horseshit at full volume in my backyard. I might get shot. Fair point. We apologize.
I'm so sorry. Hey, by the way, we're on patreon.com/we're not sorry. It's $5 a month, but if you're in Australia, it's $8. And we won't explain to you why.
I'll explain to you why. See, because video cards.
And remember, folks, if you're going to have us in Australia or the UK, you got to have your racism license. If you don't renew your racism license, you can't listen to this program.
To the doctor to be made into a girl.
You wish you could just change everything about you.
You come on. You have to let him talk.
I'm trying to. I'm not fucking. I didn't realize you could get a fucking reassignment surgery and they turn you to Haley Joel Osment. I want to be the kid from The Sixth Sense.
Would you fucking...
Oi, I want a vagina. Never mind.
Would you leave the 3-gendered raven alone?
Oi, can I have me penis back? I was wondering if you left it laying around, perhaps in a Tupperware with ice in it.
You just see any girl and you say, I killed to be like that.
They changed his body. Patrick takes estrogen that had been prescribed for you.
Oh, he's got a nice set of tits on him, eh?
Whoa. Patrick takes estrogen that's being prescribed for her. Did you hear that?
Estrogen that had been prescribed for you.
He was on a pathway to create a life for himself as a female.
I felt like I was on the right track to becoming a girl.
No, the unthinkable.
Not with those eyebrows, you're not.
Hold on. This is the unthinkable. No, it's the fucking most obvious.
The part where you cut off your 12-year-old's penis and pumped him full of estrogen, that was the unthinkable part. Everything that happens from here on out is just fallout.
Yeah. Do you understand? This is what you get. And do you understand it's fucking terrible to use your child as a fucking science experiment?
And I was the only girl in me high school who didn't tweeze her eyebrows.
A little more here.
Me in the eye and said, I'm just not sure that I am a girl.
You changed your mind, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've changed your name to not sure.
So I guess my question is, how much attention do you need?
He really is like Luke Wilson in The Name Machine in Idiocracy.
Not sure.
You are not sure. No, I wanted to change it. Can I get a new tattoo?
Too late to take it all back. Your boy's got breasts.
I can't. How are we going to do anything after that last line? This is 60 minutes, folks. This isn't Tosh.0. This is 60 minutes. This is the sneak peek.
Hey, lady, your boy's got a nice pair of jugs on him.
I'll make you a promise. We will watch this entire 60 minutes tonight.
With that haircut and no set of tits, he looks like Richard Spencer.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck me. This is too good.
Oh,
Your boy's got breasts.
I can't do it.
And that's the end of that.
Your son's got a pair of tits on him. I'd like to put him in me mouth, I would.
Wow, your son has a nice set of tits. At 12 years old, after heeding advice from professionals who suggested that it was the right choice, his mother was fully supportive, and Mitchell began to transition. He grew out of his hair and started to take, he started to take hormones.
Now he's joining the Catholic Church. He's got all the priests confused. They don't know what to do.
While gender dysphoria is rare, the number of people being diagnosed with the condition is increasing due to the growing public awareness.
All I'm saying is you've already been a boy, that didn't work. You've already been a girl, that didn't work. So why are you going to go back to boy? Be a fucking, like a Ken doll like that one retard or the fucking, you know what I mean? Be a space alien or a fucking, I don't know, turn into a car or some shit, like a transformer.
Have you tried?
Why do you have to be a fucking...
Have you tried not being a mutant?
Why would you go back to being the other thing? You know what happened? You know, this is like with X-Men, right? Rogue couldn't just keep bouncing back and forth. Rogue had to pick a side, and she chose to suck dick and get her fucking ass fucked at the end. That movie had horrible continuity issues.
Only on this show will we connect the X-Men franchise to the transgender issue in this country.
Why? Transgender people are superhuman. They're like Mystique.
What power do they have?
Changing their genitalia to their whims.
That's not a power. That's a surgical thing. I don't know what power it gives you.
Boy, never mind. I changed my mind. Going back to a girl. But I'm going to be a girl with a penis. Fucking losers. Had it with this mental illness on this planet. Enough. Stop indulging everybody.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the Equifax Chief Information Security Officer, who's a woman, Susan Maldine, yeah, she only studied music. Equifax, where 140,000 identities were just stolen, has a chief information security officer who studied music in college. Susan Maldine was the chief information remember, 143 million identities were stolen.
Well, remember, Nas did say, save the music, y'all.
Susan Maldine was the chief information security officer at Cisco Equifax, Inc., where the massive data hack occurred. She has been with Equifax since 2013. She previously senior vice president and chief security officer of First Data Corporation.
Good. So everybody who fucking went to rent a center to try to rent a dinette set, you're fucked, basically, is what they're telling you.
Maldine's original LinkedIn page was the URL. So basically, they gave her the spot because she was a woman, even though she went to school for music. So
they're doing good then.
Gender equality thing is working out.
No, it is. It's great. Instead of just having like I don't know, a meritocracy based on your talent, skill level, and experience.
Racist, bigot, homophobe.
You're right. I forgot.
You're all those things.
I take it back, folks. Diversity is our strength.
Thank you. That's all I ask is that you lie to me every single day.
Yeah. I'm going to say diversity is our strength while
you.
I look at people like Trump did in that Holocaust video he did at the beginning of his term where he looked like a hostage. He looked like a teary-eyed ISIS hostage.
It really is.
Eye of the Storm is about 100 miles south of us, not even.
100 miles south?
Less than 100 miles directly south of us. It did not go
to Tampa.
It's going straight up.
Through the state?
Let's brace ourselves.
All right. Well, hey, guess what? We're still going to finish off the show.
Goddamn right we are.
UC Berkeley UC Berkeley offers counseling ahead of Ben Shapiro talk.
Well, honestly, though, I feel like I've needed counseling before after hearing Ben Shapiro talk. But in his defense, it's only because he's really rapid fire with the facts.
He's very fast.
I do tend to need a little decompression time after a Ben. And I love Ben Shapiro. It's one of my favorite shows, and he's one of my favorite speakers. But an hour of Ben Shapiro, it's like a Game of Thrones episode. By the end, you're like, I need a Xanax. I want to smoke a bowl.
I need to relax.
Yeah, like he just gets you so like Hannity used to. Like Hannity when he gets some passion.
Ahead of a talk from conservative political commentator Ben Shapiro at UC Berkeley, a letter has been sent by the university to students, faculty, and staff stating that counseling services will be made available to those who feel threatened or harassed by certain speakers.
Yeah, for people who feel threatened by the 5'3" Jewish guy who's fucking, I can understand why you're terrified of Ben Shapiro, the 5'3" Jewish Nazi. Ooh, like you fucking ridiculous.
I wasn't scared till you make the ghost noises. Now I'm scared. You didn't tell me it was going to be ghost noises. Now I'm, fuck you, dude. I was fine with Ben Shapiro until I knew that.
Can you imagine if you told people 40 years ago, right, like this in the 60s, 70s, if you told people that in 40 years, college kids would be so traumatized because a 5'3" Jewish man came to speak about fiscal responsibility and small government, people would have laughed at you. They would have been like, this is America, dude. We're never going to create a generation that's soft.
Well, guess what? Remember a few years ago when we were joking about, everyone gets a trophy now, huh? And it's like, no, this is the outcome.
No, this is really seriously
This is the outcome.
The quality of the people in this country.
It is. You're right. That's exactly what it is. The quality of the people.
It's just
a very good way to put it.
A bunch of goddamn babies. If you can't
we have
handle
more people with degrees, but more stupid people. Because again, the useless degrees that we're subsidizing. It's like, hey, I can't afford to go to school. All right, what do you want to take? You want to be a lawyer, a businessman, someone's feminist studies, but I can't afford it. So will you pay for it?
And that's what I don't understand. Like, I know a lot of,
but I can't pay back my student loans.
It's the old adage that it's basically hard times create great men. Mm-hmm. And then great men create good times create weak men.
What do hard men create?
Good times.
Also, okay. Got it.
Cyclical? Always. When you're hard,
fucking
it's good times.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
But yeah, so I mean, we're I think that the academia.
You know what I like to call it? Wackademia. Do you want me to leave?
Yeah, I would rather.
I could just leave
my
if
life
you want. I could just leave. Okay, leave.
Want
me to go outside in the middle of the storm?
Yeah, just go wait in the storm.
Wait for the eye.
Wait for death to
I'll
wait
for the
envelop you. But no, it's but yeah, that's what's happening, and I think that all these offspring of like these rich liberal elite fucking Ivy League scumbags, they've created these weak pussy kids.
How can liberals be rich? They're just like you and me. Did you not hear Jennifer Lawrence?
I'll kill you before the hurricane.
Did you not hear Jennifer Lawrence? It's really hard for her with $130 million to live, okay?
I'll beat you to death and then throw you outside in the hurricane where it can be explained.
Okay, but I don't have to watch the Hunger Games, though, right?
No.
Okay, then that's fine.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you. I have a soul.
But yeah, these if you notice, like all the white trash ghetto people I know that like get sick of it and go to trade school, like they're the future. It's not these babies that are gonna sit around talking about their theoretical fucking socio-political bullshit. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter if this shit keeps getting worse and worse. It's gonna be a goddamn fucking violent civil war. And at that time, all your book learning ain't gonna do goddamn good.
Well, here's what it says. Ahead of the talk from the conservative Ben Shapiro, UC Berkeley sent a letter to university students and faculty and staff stating that counseling will be available to those who feel threatened or harassed by certain speakers. They said, we are deeply concerned about the impact from some speakers, may have on individuals' sense of safety and belonging, the letter states. The letter also highlighted a slew of security measures that will be taken during Shapiro's appearance, noting an increase in highly visible police presence. Ben Shapiro. Again, I want to point out, this is just Ben Shapiro. This isn't the Klan. This isn't the Oath Keepers. This is just Ben Shapiro. In recent months, UC Berkeley has experienced...
You know what would be funny is if it was Ben Shapiro coming there and he's not even speaking. He just went to play violin.
That would be amazing.
He's just part of some orchestra.
3 hours of playing violin.
Violent protest, so he just wanted to go there and play his little violin, his custom-made little tiny violin.
In recent months, UC Berkeley has experienced violent protests and widespread public outcry over certain planned speakers, including your friend Milo and Ann Coulter, whose talks were both ultimately canceled, which helps explain the new measures. This sort of a communication has not been needed previously. Dan Mogilov, spokesman for UC Berkeley, tells Newsweek. Mogilov says that there were no reports of Shapiro saying anything that would lead anyone on campus to fear for their safety, but also noted there are speakers who seem to intentionally lean toward provocative rhetoric, in quotes, provocative rhetoric to intentionally induce discomfort and concern.
Well, at least they didn't say the word problematic, or I would have smashed every piece of equipment in this room.
Molgoff was careful to claim that the offered counseling services was not specifically directed at Ben Shapiro, even though he's the only one speaking, but also for the university's conservative students who had told us that they were worried not about the speakers headed our way, but rather the possibility that members of Antifa paramilitary group, please don't call them paramilitary.
Do not. Who called them that?
Newsweek. Well, no, not Newsweek. UC Berkeley called that, saying it to Newsweek.
Paramilitary group.
Yes, that's Molgoff.
A bunch of fucking anemic, sick little fucking middle-class kids who literally, my cock is thicker than most members of Antifa, and their bones are made of sidewalk chalk. I'm not worried about them. They're not a paramilitary group.
I can assure you that if in the future we hear concerns in any advance of any other speaker coming our way, we will issue similar communications. Molgoff might claim that some of the language in the letter wasn't explicitly about Shapiro, but it's worth noting that it was sent under the subject Ben Shapiro visits campus details. It wasn't about Shapiro, but it was under the title Ben Shapiro visits campus details. Shapiro describes the news of the letter on Twitter as total insanity, which suggests he might not agree with the assessment for counseling and was not specifically about his talk. Some, including Shapiro, believe that today's university's coddle student. Yeah, we know all that. Yeah, man. Again, this is perpetuating what you were saying earlier. The quality of people's going down. I'm a firm believer if you don't have discourse, if you don't have debate, if you don't have some fucking sort of, conversation, the quality of people goes down. And what are they scared of? What are they scared is going to happen? This is what happens when we allow people, the media, everybody allows people to villainize people, to call people Nazis.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You know what's something to be really worried and scared about and like triggered over is a Category 4 hurricane engulfing your entire state at one time. That's something to be concerned about. A fucking 5'3" little debate guy is not going to fucking end civilization. Enough, you fucking babies. I've had it. Bunch of goddamn pussies.
It's ridiculous.
You're not helping your own case by kicking and screaming and not letting people speak. You're just a fucking... I hate it. I'm done. I am done. Berkeley should sink into the fucking sea.
Well, Dennis says, Ben Shapiro is clearly the epitome of a white patriarchal society. If you disagree, then you are a misogynist racist. Hashtag not my speaker. So, you know what? He's right. Hashtag not my speaker, bro.
Please, somebody get me footage of people chanting Nazi at him. Please. I
be...
want people chanting Nazi at the guy who never takes his yarmulke off. Please give that to me, and I will be happy.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Oh, God, you know it is. You know that word's going to get thrown around. There are going to be at least a couple kids there that have never even Googled Ben Shapiro.
And they're just going to...
Nazi rhetoric, man.
Well, I didn't believe you, but then you said man at the end.
Yeah,
and I'm a man.
That's how you know. Rage Against the Machine, bro.
Okay. You mean the same band that's on a humongous corporate record? What happened?
Fucking Jeff is sending me pictures of disabled residents that are stranded, but the news is showing their...
Sorry,
this is the funniest thing ever. Can if I send this to somebody, can they get it up like ASAP?
Sure.
I'm sending it to the wonderful producer, and I'm going to send it to you right now. This is probably the funniest picture.
Okay, what is it?
It's they're putting pictures of disabled residents in the area that need help.
Oh my God!
It's the fucking worst thing. It's fucking...
Oh my God. Okay, we have to describe this. Hold on. Marsha's gonna die. Here are some of the disabled residents that are stranded in the Tampa area. It's disabled resident Joseph Sanders, whose picture. Let me try to describe his picture. Joseph Sanders looks like he eats too much Colonel Sanders. He's a very heavy man. And by the way, who took these pictures? The same people that picked the file photos that
they all look like standard OkCupid profile pictures.
No, you know in The Simpsons when they pick a file photo of Homer and they always pick the worst one?
Oh, God.
Joseph Sanders is an overweight man without his shirt. He's got to weigh 500 pounds, wearing sweatpants.
Can you get the picture of
the other one you just sent?
People need to see this one.
Oh, they're looking at it.
Yes, he said Joseph Sanders is a much larger gentleman with a beard and what seems to be long hair and tight jeans on, laying in a bed in what is very obviously a trailer of some sort. And then Catherine, who's also disabled, meaning she's another large gal.
How much do you think she weighs?
She's easily 450.
I think more, because I think she's bigger on the bottom.
I did say easily 450, but yeah, so probably.
I did say easily.
I did say easily 450. Probably, 500 pounds in a bed. Why would the news show these pictures? You could just put their names and say, we need help.
Yeah.
That is, if you could show... If anything were to happen to these people, God forbid, this would be the last memory of these people.
He's losing it.
I love this country. I love America. These people are America. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, and I'm sure if something happens to these people, they'll be like, good, bunch of Trump voters. I doubt they got up and went anywhere.
Anybody listening via podcast, it's posted on the official Revenge of the Sis page. Just search We're Not Sorry.
Oh, shit.
But if it helps you, Mike, here you go. Does that help? Does that help? Now everyone can see it for you.
Oh, fuck. I'm not going to laugh harder than that.
That's a big boy.
They're disabled, folks. And I guarantee you they're on the fucking government tit, too.
Why? They got plenty of their own tits. Those are fucking fat bitches. Oh, man. All right, one last thing before we go. One last thing. And I want to draw honest opinion. How about a quick little movie talk? I know you like movie talk, Mersh.
Sure.
Jezebel, your favorite site?
Oh, it is it's bookmarked.
What if Gal Gadot were the next Bond?
Yeah, let's try to have her carry 2 franchises at once. I'm sure neither one will mind.
Well, they want her to be the next James Bond.
Well, it's not going to happen because she's Wonder Woman and she's committed to like 25 pictures.
And she's also
end of story, ladies. Done. Goodbye. Go away.
With the success of Wonder Woman, both director Patty Jenkins and Luminous star Gal Gadot have gotten a lot of questions on what's next. Well, Wonder Woman 2, of course, but how about making Gal Gadot the next 007? Why?
Oh, God. Can we go back to the black guy then, if this is how it's going to be?
Idris Elba?
Yeah. Can we just go with him instead? You know what? I apologize. Anybody who thought Black Bond would be a good idea, it's a great idea. Just make him a man.
Earlier this year, Daniel Craig had an obscene amount of money thrown in his face to get him to sign James Bond one more time. As charming and as hot as Craig is, see, they're allowed to objectify men, don't forget.
He's just old-looking Jason Statham.
So is Gadot. As put many times before, a female Bond would be refreshing draw to the series. Stop! Why? Why would it be refreshing? Why? How about a female Superman? How about a female RoboCop? How about a female Batman? How about a female Ninja Turtles? How about a female go fuck yourself?
Hey, to be fair here, Royce, those are all equally terrible ideas. And I think, your ideas are just as bad as theirs. So don't be self-conscious about it. Don't beat yourself up. I'm sure there'll be all those things soon.
I was being facetious. I don't actually want those things. I wanted the opposite of those things.
I want all of those things. Because I want feminism to fail. I want
Fine.
this. I want this social experiment to fail.
And if we're gonna do
and I
this
want them to
experiment-
start making good movies again.
So we're gonna do experiments. Can we get a view where all the women are attractive then? Like if we're fucking having these little fucking experiments, can we do that?
I hope the new Death Wish movie is just pure toxic masculinity.
It is. Dude,
and
the
I
trailer-
hope it makes $800 million in the first 3 weeks.
Yep. All the articles, by the way, were saying the controversial Death Wish trailer. When you look at how many it has 25,000 up likes and like 600 down. It's not controversial. Stop trying to make it. Because a white guy is killing gang members to kill his wife. Fuck you. Stop it. Just fucking stop it. But you're telling me you don't want to see a female Bond no matter what it is? Like at all?
Sorry, I just saw somebody sent me a news article that we should have done tonight. I'm just getting it now.
Oh, well, a little late for that.
Yeah. So, but just so you know, breaking news: brothels are now replacing prostitutes with sex robots. See, automation, bro. It's gonna kill us.
Thanks, Elon Musk.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Elon.
This is what you wanted, you fucking asshole.
Fucking Richard Branson. I wish you'd drowned in that wine cellar.
Yeah. And Mark the question says, this does not help the worldview of fat Americans. Well, that's fair. Well, they're disabled. They're not fat. They're disabled Americans.
No, they're fat and gross. What are they worried about? It's like the storm's gonna pick them up.
Yeah, if they're flying around, then we're dead.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, trust me. You got bigger things to worry about.
Can you imagine a 500-pound woman flying through your window?
Well, you know, how many times have people in their life said when pigs fly, and you could go ahead and finally cash in all that fucking good stuff?
That's a very good point.
I got a lot of phone calls to make if one of those fat fucks goes airborne. I got a Power Wheel I've been waiting for since I was 7.
Oh, man. Well, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Because we're bracing for the eye of the storm here.
It's starting to hit. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly here in a little bit. So
So
give you guys updates on the hour. Probably not on the hour.
But we will give it updates. And if tomorrow we have power, we will try to do another show if we can.
If we're not all dead.
If we're not all dead. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please.
And go on Patreon. We're not sorry.
Help us
All right,
out.
Facebook.com. We're not sorry. Hook us up.
Tell your friends how fucking awesome we are.
God damn it, enough.
All right. All right, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for listening.